What's up, D23? You know, one of the most important parts of an attraction is the music. Hitting just the right note can really help an attraction resonate with guests. How do Imagineers do it? Let's find out.
Well, good evening. Wow. Good evening, D23. I'm Matthew Selby. I'm a principal music producer for Disney Live Entertainment.
Hello, D23. I'm Mary Webster. I'm a senior creative director of music for Walt Disney Imagineering. And we're here to talk about what we do for the parks in this super bright light. It's really bright.
So Mary, why don't you tell them what your team does first?
Okay, so when you're walking around the parks and you hear music in a land, or you're sitting over on Smugglers Run and you hear those great iconic themes, that's what my team does. We do music for attractions, queue lines, and also the background music in the lands. What about you, Matthew?
So I work in live entertainment, so we take care of, in my department, we take care of the World of Color type shows, the fireworks shows, any like Dapper Dance, Pearly Band, all of that stuff. That's part of my overview as Disney Live Entertainment. Which is that?
That's us.
We're moving forward. Why don't you tell them what we've done together? Since we have two different teams, we sometimes get to collaborate, which is awesome.
Yes, we do. And one of those great collaborations was the fireworks show at the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland, Fire of the Rising Moon.
Yeah, so if you've been to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, you know that the fireworks are incredibly loud because they're incredibly close behind the scenes at Galaxy's Edge. So one of the things that we noticed was that there's no sound happening during those fireworks shows. There's sound like on Main Street. If you're watching Wondrous Journeys, then you hear the soundtrack to Wondrous Journeys on Main Street, but you're not hearing any music in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So we decided to retrofit music to fit the Wondrous Journey shows or the Remember Dreams Come True show, but with music that would work in Galaxy's Edge. And so Mary and I got to do that. Got to go record a great orchestra doing that. It was very fun. Yep.
Yes, it was super fun. And before that, we collaborated on Tiana's Bayou adventure. My department created the new songs and the new underscore. We got to collaborate with PJ Morton on Special Spice and the composer Terrence Blanchard for the rest of the show.
Nice. And there, even though Mary's part, they worked on the attraction, we wanted to do a grand opening celebration to launch Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So we had, as you can see, Anika Noni Rose and Jennifer Lewis and PJ Morton came and joined us, and we did a big show on the Mark Twain with the band down in front, and did some of the songs from that as part of the grand opening celebration. And then it culminated with Special Spice, which is super fun. So, oh yeah, sorry. The new mission on Smugglers Run. That was you, yeah.
It was me.
Oh yeah, you were a star of the recent episode. What is it called? Disney Parks Unscripted?
Yes.
Okay.
They
great.
had a whole show. If you haven't seen it, Disney Parks Unscripted. They go through rides, they go through all sorts of stuff, and it's true behind the scenes as we're working. So
I think we're gonna watch a clip from that, and then Mary's gonna explain what the heck happened here. There we go.
Travelers for many years. Are you ready?
Rebel Crawl is just totally getting lost in this build. Where the trackers come out, the first part of the cue, dun 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 dun, bring it up, and then you could duck it when when all the sound effects come in and we need to hear the trackers, like I'm fine if the music then kind of takes a back seat. I'd like to push the music a little more in there. I know there's a lot going on, but it gives us that story thread of like, we still are doing something, we're still going da da da. So when you get that da da da, and you crash, it feels like that's the payoff of it, you know? It like drives the story a little bit more.
So what does all of that mean? What are you doing there? You're clearly in Smugglers Run, like actually in the attraction, right?
Yeah, so I worked on the original Smugglers Run. I was part of the music team that brought that music to life. So it was really fun to come back and do it all again with a new mission, Mando, Grogu, pulling all these new classic themes into the ride. So this showcases one of the final steps in our process. We go out, we make the demos, we record it, but how do we get it actually in the park or in the attraction? So for this particular one, they decided they wanted us on third shift. So that's 8 p.m. to 3 or 4 a.m. So hence the bags under my eyes and my kind of intense tone. This is at the end of a very long week. And we just ride the ride over and over and over with a team of individuals, and we make notes and we mix and against dialogue, against visuals, against motion base, and we do it until we're happy or the ride opens.
So I have a question for you. Is there somebody with a mixing board like on like somewhere in this scene?
That's actually a really good question, and I actually think they have, they show it over here at the Smugglers Run booth. This is integrated with Wise, which is an audio engine for the Unreal video game engine. So we actually had a tech from Sky Sound come and mix this thing in Wise. So we have one pod that's got Pro Tools in it, and we're mixing to the best of our abilities just the music by itself. And then we take that, put it in this pod, print the stems, and we do it in Wise. So it's a lot of, what can you do? Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we lower this here? Can we lower that there?
That's amazing. And the buck stops with you, right? So since you're in charge, or is there somebody above you that's...
Our creative director was Asa Kamala. He's done a lot of interviews about this particular ride. And so really it's us going through audio reviews on our own, and then he comes in and he plays back. Some folks from Sky Sound also come. They give opinions and suggestions, and it's actually a really collaborative team. Like everyone was so proud and energetic about the music on this attraction. Has anybody ridden it? Anybody? Yeah. So a lot of new themes, right? We have the Force theme, and we have, we integrated the Mando and Grogu theme. So everyone was actually really happy with what we did and pushing the music forward a little bit more than the last mission. So it was pretty cool.
Nice. But that's not all. Mary's very, very busy.
I'm prolific. Before Smugglers Run, I had the pleasure of working on the new expansion to Disney Adventure World. This was the Disney Adventure Way. It opened earlier this year in March, and it extends all the way back to Frozen. It also features a couple themed gardens. One's right here. This is our we nicknamed it the English Garden. It has characters and statues based on the kind of classic London animated films, Peter Pan, Winnie the Pooh, 101 Dalmatians. And we also have the Tangled Garden, which is right here, which has a couple Easter eggs of Tangled themes like Mother Knows Best, etc. And then this is, it's not really a garden, but it's just the walkway that extends it back into Toy Story.
Cool. Anybody been to Paris?
Yeah.
I was just telling Mary backstage that I've done music for all of the parks, but I've never been to Paris, and I've never stepped on a cruise line. Not yet.
Not yet.
So bucket list. What's this?
So this is Adventure Bay. So the whole concept of this is that Adventure Way was the crossroads between the front of the park and the immersive areas that are going to go in beyond. We've already opened Frozen, the new Frozen Land, very exciting. And soon to come is our new Lion King. And it's also home to, in the Tangled Garden, right next to it is a new Tangled themed teacup ride named Rapunzel's Tangled Spin. It's very cute. And the other feature, which you can kind of see in this, which is right over here, is the new restaurant. So we also do music for restaurants. So that's the Regal View Restaurant and Lounge. So this one was actually really fun. It's a princess meet and greet in a sit-down restaurant. It's very beautiful, has floor-to-ceiling windows, velvet chairs, very nice. And so we decided to take all the princess themes, part of your world, colors of the wind, and reimagine them in a French impressionistic style. So in the bar area, you have a solo piano as if you're in a lounge playing these beautiful piano themes. And as you walk into the restaurant part, you actually get this little compressed hallway, and we bleed in the orchestra background. And by the time you get to the restaurant, it's a full piano plus orchestra track. It's very beautiful.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm learning something along the way. And then...
Yes. So as part of this, we had the opportunity to do a brand new theme for the park. We hired composer Philippe Rombi. He's local to Paris. Very prolific, award-winning, and we titled it Adventure Way Symphonic Suite. Go look it up on Spotify, it's totally released. We recorded it at the iconic Abbey Road in Studio One with the London Symphony Orchestra. I think there's a video, we can take a listen. A lot of Instagram stuff with Philippe Rombi, so go check it out. Philippe Rombi. Okay, so Matthew,
yes.
Your turn.
Okay, fine. That sounds great. So anybody recognize this? Yes. I had the pleasure of working on the 70th anniversary celebration of Disneyland, because that's my home turf. And this is called Tapestry of Happiness, which was, we called it a love letter to the park, and it's on the iconic facade of It's a Small World, as you can see. And the goal was to use the art of Mary Blair, who's a legendary Disney artist. We wanted to put all that art in a vibrant kind of, what's it called? Well, I can't think of the word. But anyway, we wanted to do a vibrant show but then we had to put some music with it, and 70 years of music. It's a lot of years of music to come through. And we thought, it'll be like a half-hour show, like a fireworks show, or maybe 20 minutes. It was a 6-minute show, or it is a 6-minute show. Music, the music that we do for like the fireworks, World of Color, is the complete opposite of what you would do for film or TV score. So usually in film and TV, they write the script and then they film the script with all the actors, and then the music comes in at the last part of that to underscore everything, and the big themes come in. This type of show that we do, we are always required to do the music first. So we come up with the script of how the story is supposed to go, but then the music really decides how the visuals are going to get put in there. So it's a complete flip, and then the extra challenge of trying to squeeze 70 years of themes into 6 minutes. So worked with a great composer arranger on that, and I think this is a clip. Yeah. squeeze some fireworks in there somewhere. Yeah, so lots of challenges. I had forgotten that we also needed to incorporate within 6 minutes the Celebrate Happy song, which is the song that we commissioned to have written for the celebration that the Jonas Brothers sang. So that was the through line, but you could hear that there were like, Grim Grinning Ghost was 5 seconds, and Moana was just, not even a vocal, just a little bit of the theme there to cram it all in.
Incredibly impressive.
And that requires a whole bunch of experts to get that installed. So, like Mary did with going out in Smugglers Run in the middle of the night, we went out to It's a Small World and sat there with a Pro Tools rig, and we had also put a bunch of sound effects in, so we had to make sure that the sound effects read in the space so that you can hear them, so that you attach the sound effects to what you're seeing. So it's a whole bunch of people that we used for that, and then if you think that's a lot, then we had even more people for a parade. Any of our parades requires an army of people to
Literal
install
army.
it. A little army. So this was the Magic Happens parade, which I was super proud of. We had hired Todrick Hall to come write us a song. And he is so prolific that he actually wrote us 3 songs to choose from, and part of my challenge was I didn't want to lose any of that, so I decided let's figure a way to make all 3 work, which was kind of cool. So if you've experienced a Disney parade, which I imagine you have, it kind of all goes along in the same tempo, and one of the songs, and the song that he wrote dictated the tempo of the parade, so then we did the rest of the arrangements to fit that. But the finale song he wrote was in a completely different tempo. So I had to do some heavy duty math to try to figure out how to make it sound not cacophonous, but still be able to use this piece of music that Todrick wrote. So that's that. Let's see, what else do we have for you? Oh, and then this is my absolute favorite of all time. This was only one, did anybody see Muppets Christmas Caroling?
Okay.
Awesome, thank you. This is my favorite thing because this was just post-COVID times, and so the creative director and I just sat in our home studios and we're like, what do we want the Muppets to say? What do we want them to sing? This was an idea that I had that we would do Deck the Halls, but the chickens, instead of singing fa la 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 la, would sing ba 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 ba. So that's this one.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Come on, everybody, let's deck the halls with boughs of holly. This is the season to be jolly.
Yeah.
So charming.
It was super fun, and it only lasted 1 year, which is very sad for me, but it was just a total blast to work on. Super awesome. Okay, what's this? Mary, tell me what this is.
Up next, yeah. So currently, me and my teams are working on a lot of upcoming stuff, some of the stuff you've heard about. So we're working on the new Villains music for the Villains Land and Magic Kingdom. And also the new Monstropolis land coming, to Disney Hollywood Studios. It's been awesome to be able to dive into all this music, the rich catalog, all the animated films. Lots of treats for y'all in this music.
Oh, these are just a couple extra things. So I worked on Mickey Mouse, Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live, which is the most difficult title to remember and say in front of people. But that was a super fun project. We brought in a composer, Brandon Rogers, to compose 5 new songs for that. Has anybody seen that little thing? Yeah. That's a fun one. You should check it out. It's an all ages type of thing, even though it's kind of meant for the littles. And then this one is coming up. I think it starts this next week. This is Madame Leota's Swinging Wake. It's a kind of a parade for Oogie Boogie Bash. It's not kind of a parade, it is a parade for Oogie Boogie Bash. And it opens this week, and we did a new song for that and some other treats for you on that. Super fun.
That's it for us, y'all. So next time you're in the park and you hear some music in the land or on your favorite ride, think of us and, and smile. Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.